Hey guys, it's Party Guy, and today we're gonna be taking a look at this tank, the TS-5, right? So, I want to have an overview about the vehicle and talk why it's this vehicle. That, in my opinion, it is one of the most stupid tank in World of Tanks. So let's get started. So firstly, I want to talk about what is good and what is bad about the tank. So what's good about this tank? The tank has great armor. Yes. It's slow. It just sounds like a T-95. It has 260mm on the front, and that is the flat armor. I mean, like, if you look at how the tank looks, it's very well angled and it's gonna go way above that, right? So this tank frontal armor is very solid, and also if you keep your front towards the enemy, you're gonna have a very promising armor. That's the great thing about the tank. Next is the DPM. This tank has 2,944, close to 3,000 right there. The shooting things on this tank is just gonna be great, right? Oh, sounds like this tank is not high enough to be able to shoot the VK there, but well, we can definitely shoot the what is that, the T-28 prototype, right? Hopefully we can hit him multiple times there. And look at that reload time. That is also the good thing about the tank. It has about 6 to 7 second reload time after you put some equipment in. It's just very good, right? And with the 400 alpha, this thing can put some insanely amount of damage in the short period of time. So very, very great damage output right after this vehicle. The next thing is the penetration. This vehicle has amazing penetration. It has 248 penetration standard round and also 300 heat round. So you're not gonna have any problem penning things on this vehicle, even the tier 10 tank. I believe the penetration is enough to shoot everything. Oh, maybe like the VK? No problem right there. That's the standard round. And look at after I adapt 2 key and try to penetration just like that. And that is another thing that we want to talk about. I mean, the vehicle doesn't have great accuracy, but when you can have that insane amount of penetration, maybe those accuracy doesn't really things, right? Something like that. All right. So this tank has okay accuracy when it's close range combat. I know that I'm not doing close range combat right now, but maybe when I zoom it back in, that I get a closer look. I will look at this moment. I track the object to 5 of 7, and I can just keep doing damage, and look at how beautiful it is. And look at this vehicle. That's the tier 9 heavy tank. Oh my lord. He can't even pen. He struggle how to pen my tank, and I can just keep damaging them with 400 alpha again and again and again with that amazing rate of time. This vehicle is just great. And as another thing is, this vehicle, when you look at the profile of the tank, the tracks of this vehicle is kind of fake. It's not on the hull, so you can't actually track this tank and do damage at the tank at the same time, because like the track is not the hull, right? So that is also the great thing about the vehicle. When somebody engage you, you know that you're not gonna get tracks and damage at the same time unless they get your real tracks in hand. So the next thing is, this tank has a hefty amount of hit point. Look, it has 1,500 hit point standard, and with the improved hardening that I use, I can be able to do 1,650. That is even more than majority of the tier 8 heavy tank, right? This thing has the hefty heavy hit point, and as you can see, I don't need to do anything, and I can do 3,000 already against the VK that is so further away. And can I put the shells in? Not quite. Well, accuracy is not the best, right? Even though I can hit the VK in a very, very far away. Okay, but that is all about the great thing about the vehicle. So what's the bad thing here? The first thing that we can clearly see that it doesn't have turret, and the gun traverse is very bad. So you can only have 10 degrees to the left and 10 degrees to the right. Can I hit that one? Enemy hit. When you can do that, right? And also, it has such a bad gun pressure Look, I can be able to use these positions right here, but if I move a little bit more, just a little bit more, my gun pressure will, like my gun will just walk off and I can't shoot anything, right? And wow, sounds like Emil gets me there. So I have the turret. The turret has some weak points. This thing is crazy. My gun depression is bad, and also this thing has bad armor. Hold on, party guy. Did you just say that this thing has great armor? Yes, it has great armor frontally. I'm talking about the side and the rear armor because this tank has such the large profile. I mean, it's long profile. So if you get caught on the side and on the rear, you're not gonna do, like, you can't really do anything against the enemy. So that is the downside that you have to take into account. Or I would say I am like some nitpicking that I need to find some bad thing about this tank because it is absolutely gorgeous. And the last thing is, this tank has bad view range. Oh look, I still have max 445 view range right there, but you get my idea. It just, because of the equipment, right? 370 base view range is not great. And look at how I fight the Totos. The Totos is there, hold down against me, then he penned me once, and then he bounced, and I just tap the 2-key loading premium round. I can just keep penning his tank without thinking about where should I hit. Just aim for his tank and fire, right? This vehicle is absolutely amazing because of that. And also, yeah, those are bad thing that I say about the tank, and I would say those bad thing, it's just not really bad. And also, I want to talk about why I think this vehicle is the most stupid tank in World of Tank. Here's the thing: when the new player play World of Tank, what damage take? I find a lot of player actually doesn't understand that. That how to optimize their armor, how to really use their armor in the battle, right? And good shot. And the thing is, when you play this tank, you don't have to think about it. If you learn the basic of the game, if you learn how to shoot the enemy, this tank will do the job. This tank will optimize that armor for you because it doesn't have turret. And to be able to shoot the enemy, you always keep your best armor against them. So that is actually the thing that makes this tank great for new player, because you don't really need to think about how to use armor. I see a lot of players playing defender and just turn that side right up against me and turn the turret to me. Then I can just have an easy shot against them because they don't actually understand that they need to keep their front towards the enemy. But this tank, you don't need to think about that, right? If you shoot, if you point your gun at the enemy, you keep your fronts towards the enemy and you keep your best part, your best armor. And that's why this vehicle is just absolutely glorious. And wow, this gameplay is one of the best scenarios for this vehicle. Why? Because I do nothing amazing. This gameplay is just, I sit there and click and do a lot of damage. And that is what this vehicle is. That's what it is. That sums up the thing about this vehicle and how crazy it is, right? So, let's see the result a little bit about the vehicle. So, this tank here, well, we can see that it is 6,500 damage inside the garage. However, it is a little bit more than that. I blind a shot against the T-28 prototype, 2 of them, right? So instead of that, I do a little bit more. So it's 7,644 and whopping 1,679 damage. Oh, sorry, experience. And we make a ton of credit even though I fire all of my premium round. This vehicle is just absolute crazy. And you know what? Let's talk about the last thing. What is this vehicle for? Like who should get this tank? I would say anybody in World of Tank, anybody that plays World of Tank will get benefit from this vehicle. If you're a good player, you can reliably know how to optimize your armor. and how to really use it effectively. You know how to shoot, you know where to aim, and you're going to take advantage of the big DPM of the tank. If you're a bad player, as I say, you don't really need to think about how to optimize your armor, because you just point your gun to the enemy and then bam, you get the best armor in you, so you also get one of the best gun at tier rank as well. So anybody in like that plays water tank can actually get this workout and never go wrong. So that is the thing about this tank and all of my opinion about it, and that is why I feel like this worker is one of the most stupid worker in water tank. Is stupidly overpowered. So what do you think about this worker? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you like the video, like, share, subscribe, and yeah, have a great day, have a great night. The stream today is finished. Bye bye.